Wake up, Chief. I need you.
Hey, what's up? Joe Blow here with a review for Halo 4. This is the 7th game in the Halo franchise and the 4th to feature Master Chief as the main character. New studio on board too. Let's see if 343 delivered the goods or dropped the ball. So sit back, suit up, and another two-syllable phrase that begins with S. I've played Halo since its beginning. The campaign has always been whatever for me. The first game was interesting because it was this brave new world to explore, but after that it just felt like it was going through the motions. I came into Halo 4 with new hope since 343 Studios took over. I thought, finally, something new and refreshing. Wrong. You literally wake up to your ship being invaded by the Covenant, just like the first Halo.
I thought we had a truce with the Covenant.
Didn't we, Master Chief? Didn't we? You do eventually get to the new bad guys and storyline, and that's where things get real confusing. There's this guy who's called the Didact, who leads this new enemy group called the Prometheans, and a bunch of other words that they throw around to make the story seem big and important. It's hard to follow for the most part, and you find yourself just going along for the ride instead of really investing in it.
I don't know about you, but I usually like a little more intel with my intel.
The only truly interesting story is the relationship between Master Chief and Cortana. Now, since Master Chief has the emotional depth of a grapefruit, Cortana carries the entire story on her shoulders, but she does it well.
If we can just get back to Earth, she can fix this.
Don't make a girl a promise you can't keep.
And of course, since this is a new trilogy, they set up for the next one.
It's not over. Not yet.
As mentioned before, I've grown pretty tired of Halo. So when the game picked right back up to the Covenant attacking me, I immediately grew aggravated with the fact that I was going to have to use the same alien weapons again whenever my ammo ran out. I've never been a fan of the Covenant's weapons, save for a few, and I was totally bummed thinking I was going to have another Halo game I wouldn't finish. Then the new bad guys came in. It was fun figuring out how they operated, how they moved, what weapons they used, how their weapons affected me, all that. It felt so refreshing to be figuring something out, anything out, in a Halo game. Their guns, while still in the mold of classic Halo weapon structure, were a welcome addition to the arsenal. For the first time ever in a Halo game, I didn't prefer the UNSC-issued assault rifle, which is why it sucked this time having your weapons reset every new mission. I was so mad, especially since some of the missions were Covenant combatants only, so there were no Promethean weapons to be found. I guess they just wanted to ensure everyone that it's still a Halo game, which makes me hopeful that the sequel will be something completely new and refreshing. I'd also like to point out that you can count on your teammates to do absolutely jack during combat. The bullets all fly at you and your teammates stand in the background checking if their shoes are tied. I learned this the hard way. Try not to make the same mistake. Move over, dickhead. Multiplayer is what it is. Halo multiplayer. It's great, it's the same, there's some new stuff, but nothing that will make you go, oh my god. As someone who mostly gets Halo games to play with friends, I was not disappointed with the multiplayer mode of Halo or the additions. And lastly, Spartan Ops. This is a cooperative episodic mode. Each episode opens with a cutscene and then you do some missions. The episodes will be released on a regular download basis, but don't think this will bring anything new or interesting to the campaign story. It's just more combat gameplay. So if that's your thing, this is the best looking Halo game I've seen yet, and with Microsoft announcing their new Xbox soon, it couldn't have come at a better time, because there's nowhere to go but up, right? The textures and lighting are great, the HUD seems updated, and everything overall seems very modern and refreshing. Also, the score is incredible. They really stepped away from the traditional music that has set the tone for Halo and brought something refreshing. I immediately bought the soundtrack after buying the game. It's emotional and action-packed. Yes, you can pause the game anywhere. You can also save anywhere, and it will save you to your most recent checkpoint. Not a lot of human blood is spilled in this game, and if you've played any Halo game before, you know it doesn't even feel or look like your bullets do any kind of damage until the alien actually falls over. The campaign for this game is short. However, the multiplayer is one of the best, and Spartan Ops will keep coming out, so it could stick around in your system for a while. The campaign alone is not worth the $60 price tag. But if you're a hardcore multiplayer and your friends are waiting for you to plug in, then buy this bad boy and play to your heart's content. 343 Industries took on a hell of a task. Take over a franchise, make people feel comfortable, but also bring something new. They pretty much accomplished their mission, however they played it very safe. The game is okay and different enough that it warranted a playthrough, but I'm more interested to see what they can do now that they've proven they can make a Halo game.